Johnson, Thomas running hard, Swan, just let it bounce, Mzungu with him. He had the job on Dalsando 3 weeks ago in front of no footy. Swan runs away from him, kicks to Cloke in the back.
Australian form, we just see it here. Closing speed was good, maybe over the shoulder, the free kick.
I think he felt that he had his forearm in his back, but it was, he certainly went forward under the football, but the contact from behind didn't look that much.
No. It's been pretty good with the set shots this year. Cloke struck that well. All the way, he's up to 59 goals for the season. Collingwood get the first.
Out wide, goal set. Didak, great to see him back down towards the wing. Jolly takes the mark. Darren Jolly drives long down towards the attacking 50. Wood comes to the foot. He does nicely. Leading Forks. He's about 60 metres out. Miscues with a kick. It wobbles inside the forward 50 and Krakouer. No stranger to this ground. Takes the mark 35 metres out directly in front. So in the wake of those fireworks to start proceedings, Krakouer comes. Fastest one in the world. The boundary throw in. Knocked down by Sandilands. Taken by Beams and he snaps. And that's a beauty. Out of nothing.
Bruce touched on the form of Dane Beams, particularly in the last month, averaging 28 disposals a game. He's had 2 goals. He wins the ball in tight, but also out in space. He's really developing his career magnificently at the moment. Just so dangerous. Adds another fall. Didak's a player who's been down for Collingwood, and he's really stepped up, hasn't he, Lee?
Entertaining start this one, and Fremantle up and about. Clark from behind the pack. Opportunity for Beams. Missed by Thomas. He's over the football now. Tries to get the ball to Wood. Pushing the ball forward was Dawes initially. Stolen by Krakouer, and Krakouer kicks a miracle goal. Stealth.
Let's have a look at the sidestep. He'll let's have a look. Where's the body? Have a look for him. There he is. There. Just slips that tackle. He's just got great, not a strong man, but great balance over the footy.
Down towards right half forward. No ruckman touched it. Runs free at the back, taken by Johnson. Releases Swan. Swan hesitates, then gives it off to Tuvey. Perth boy drives it long down towards full forward, and a terrific mark is taken in front by Cloke.
He just was able to hold his ground, dig the stops in, put the hands up. Strong mark.
Really clever play here by Dane Swan. Looked up and drew the Fremantle opponent, and a really fantastic kick from Tuvey. Just watch the mark here. Jeez, he's got some grippo on the hands there. I reckon just stuck.
Ball might not leave his hands when he kicks it.
Already this season a career high 59 goals, and he comes, gets his second of the night. 60 on the nose for Travis.
Speaking of the Cloke, here he is getting a free kick against McFarlane. Just one-on-one, he's impossible to shift Cloke. That's a long kick. Krakouer's free.
Andrew Krakouer. Advantage, advantage.
Heard the umpire. Swan releases young Sinclair. Now he should go over the top, and he does. Side bottom can run into an open goal, and Collingwood have got 6 in the opening turn.
That was the Krakouer free kick, but then it's the number of Collingwood jumpers that get there. All of a sudden, they just continually outnumber the Dockers player in the vicinity of the contest.
To O'Brien. Now, Harry likes to load up. We know that. He gets a whole lot of that. Cloke front spot. Brings the ball down brilliantly to Blair. What a great goal. What a team they are.
Davis feeds the ball for Solo. Back in his hometown. Gets a hand pass to Swan. Swan almost waits for Johnson to catch up. Back it comes inside to Pendlebury. They're sweeping down the ground, a line of black and white. Swan for Solo. Lines up, goes long. Oh, wonderful team goal. That's a backbreaker. Sinclair, Davis into the path of Pendlebury. Seems like he's got all day, and generally he has. It goes to Cloke, high, up and under. They come from all directions, sort of. A couple belated to go. Eventually Krakouer weaves through the pack, tries to lay it into the path of Swan, uses Blair as a decoy, turns around and kicks a goal. Nice, nice.
Just the footwork that Dane Swan's able to do at ground level. Just has that really great ability to have awareness around the stoppage. It's a bit of it was the comparisons I made earlier in the year with Lee Matthews coming out of the
matter of
square
fact,
there, so.
straightforward player, but collects so much of the ball and takes the right option. So Collingwood now with the last 6 goals, and they're really destroying the Dockers. Didak, that's a lovely weighted kick. Krakouer well played, did it brilliantly, should kick his third. He does.
The effort's pretty good at the moment from Fremantle at the moment. As you said, just getting it out in space. And Richo, you know Andrew Krakouer very well. The Perth boys enjoying it tonight.
He just doesn't go to ground, Tom. That's the difference. His opponent went to ground. Crack holds his feet, kicks an easy goal. But not only is he a good crummer, he actually is a good body player for his size. Works his opponents under the ball well and holds his feet.
Here's Pendles, lovely kick. Swan cut it off. I think it was Didak's ball, but Swan just goes bang, crash. A bit like Lethal Lee there. A goal.
See Swan in the foreground. He's actually been up on the 50-metre line. Just keeps pushing into space. He just keeps making himself available.
From Davis, back to Fasolo, and Collingwood stand up again to Thomas, who for once, well, nearly does-he daisy. Oh, he kept it in, so the umpire said. And then Johnson to Didak. Normally it's Didak doing those tricks. And that
Downfield.
Did a throw before.
Downfield. Bump on Didak. Time back on.
So Daisy with a bit of magic, eh?
That's a throw.
That was many things. But these umpires, I think the boundary umpires in particular, are entranced by Collingwood's score.
You've got the free. Go and take it, mate.
You're generally a genius with those. I came to you thinking he'll nail this. Meantime, back at the game, Pendles does and puts a throw. Coming up for his 19th possession. Jolly is on in the middle. Takes a while to spot him, but eventually gets the ball there. He lays it off. Beams 55 metres out. Gives this one a ride. I think it's going to be okay. It is. Long-range goal for Dane Beams. That's his second.
Contrast there, the turnover from Fremantle. This is what Darren Jolly, it's a real X factor for Collingwood. He's got an ability to spread offensively from a stoppage, and we've spoken about Dane Beams last month, averaging 28 disposals and a couple of goals. He's in that sort of form again tonight.
Runs on. Cloke on the lead. Now they've got an extra man inside their forward 50. How did that happen? The ball goes long down towards full forward. The extra man was up.
Jolly's extra man,
they've got about 3 on the ground as a result of 2 Fremantle players up. But that's what happens. Crack out to Wood.
This goal here was created by Travis Cloke there. His work rate to push up and create that easy mark about 80 metres out gives them the opportunity to be able to drive the ball in long to these sort of contests, and they're unstoppable.
Pendles lines up for his second goal for the night. He's kicked it well, so Collingwood go to 15 goals.
They've lost their last 6. Blair, and it started with that 1-point loss against the West Coast Eagles. Maybe history could have been different if Ballantyne gets that goal. Like a goldfish. There goes the long kick. It's a beauty. Wow. Cloke is on song tonight. He's kicked 4.
A lot's been spoken of Travis Cloke's kicking style, and part of his training technique now incorporates headphones, where apparently he has the sound of a crowd through his headphones.
Tom, you were in this situation a lot in your last Geelong when you were dominating opposition. What is the feeling out there at this stage of the game, just while this is happening?
Well, at this stage of the season, you don't want to flirt with your form at all, eh?
So Wood off a step. I think he might have kicked at the big guy. Yeah. He's had a night to remember.
Goal sack. They run it through the middle. Goal sack, got it back. Kicks towards half forward. Johnson loops a hand pass. Anthony slipped. Now he's got a problem. Eventually slaps it out. Picked up by Didak. Gets the hand pass away to Wood. Wood could kick another goal. He's done that and just as well, I think, because there was a man on about 15 metres out with nobody near him. That was a goal. The decisive winners, but it's been an entertaining game because you had the feeling Collingwood stretched themselves and Fremantle wouldn't go away. They've stuck at it, despite the fact they're seriously undermanned. Sandlands knocks it down. Beams out of the congestion. Inside the centre square, Wood. Well, eventually it comes to Fasolo. Fasolo goes down towards half forward. Krakouer goes back, takes the mark. In front of Mzungu. So Krakouer told to go now. Sets it down towards full forward. Spotted the vacant goal square and bounces it through for his 4th. Quick thinking.
Just as
Easy
easy.
decision, long torpedo punt. Let's have a crack at it.
It's just coming back on the angle off his mark there. Was forced to play, and I think he was actually trying to give himself some room to wait for a player to come around on the fat side. You can see his head on the swivel there, looking to his left, but realised no one was coming and launched it all the way. Good night, 4 goals. Started like an absolute house on fire. His work in and around the contest at the feet of the ruckman, crumbing off half forward was exemplary to start.